I'd like to start this episode with a rant because this past weekend, on Friday and Saturday, there were two mass shootings, one in El Paso, Texas at a Walmart, and one in Dayton, Ohio. And it's because of these shootings that President Trump and the Republican Party have yet again targeted video games as the sole reason that these shootings always happen. And I would like to state that I think this is bullshit. And I don't get into politics in this podcast because I usually don't give a fuck about politics, but video games yet again are in the crosshairs of the government because two shootings happened this weekend, as I mentioned, and people again are crying gun laws, gun reform this, blah 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 blah. Do something about the video game industry. I actually have a clip here. I'd like to play it. I'm not going to play the whole clip. It's a little over 2 minutes long, but I'm only going to play about a minute of it, and I'm going to react to it. Alright, I'm going to pause it at certain points and react to it. So let's play it.
And I look at this evil act, and let's condemn it for what it is. Evil. And I say, how long are we going to let, for example, and ignore at the federal level particularly, where they can do something about the video game industry? You know, in this manifesto that we believe is from the shooter, this manifesto, he talks about living out his super soldier fantasy on Call of Duty. We know that the video game industry is bigger than the movie industry and the music industry combined.
So, that's 30 seconds of the clip. And I want to talk about what this person just stated. And so apparently he's saying that the video game industry is the cause of these shootings because the video game industry is the biggest industry combined over the music and movie industry. I would say video game industry is, I'm sure, bigger than the music industry. I'm not so sure the video game industry is bigger than Hollywood or bigger than any other major movie studios out there. I don't agree with that. And he says that this shooter's manifesto, because this is what he says, of course, there's no proof behind what they're saying that this person said, that he did this to reenact his fantasies from Call of Duty. And of course they would believe this, because this is what the government wants to hear. Now, not going to say that this is wrong. I'm not going to say that this wasn't the actual reason for the shooting. The guy went into a Walmart in El Paso, Texas. He went in there. He cased the place. He went after seeing, I guess, how many people, that there were dozens of people in the store, probably at least a couple hundred people in the store, I'm sure. Leaves the store, comes back in with his guns, and kills 20 people and wounds 26 others. So, and then the shooting in Dayton, Ohio, the person had killed 9 people and wounded, I believe, 20 others. This is ridiculous, and changing the gun laws and having stricter gun laws isn't going to do a fucking thing, I don't think, because look at all the people that, aren't supposed to have all these illegal drugs, like hard drugs, meth, cocaine, marijuana is still not legal throughout the entire country of the U.S. You're not supposed to have that stuff. People get a hold of it every day anyway. I feel like no matter what you do with gun laws, people that aren't supposed to have guns are going to find a way to get them regardless. So, to everybody who cries about gun law reform and stricter gun laws and take away the guns and blah blah blah, I don't agree. that that's going to help at all. Let's play the rest of this clip.
And there have been studies that say it impacts people and studies that says it does not. But I look at the common denominators as a 60-some-year-old father and grandfather myself. What's changed in this country? We've always had guns, we've always had evil, but what's changed where we see this rash of shooting? And I see a video game industry that teaches young people to kill. You know, in his manifesto, he said this is not a Republican or Democrat thing because he was concerned about robots and environment and immigrants. Obviously a hate crime, I think, in my view, against immigrants from this young man. Just my view. We haven't had an official report on that. And I don't mean to talk on, but my heart is so heavy.
All right, so basically he's saying that we've always had guns, we've always had evil, we've always had bad people. But now because the video game industry is one of the most popular things out there, that's the cause. This person's saying that the video game industry puts out video games solely to teach people to kill others. Now that's the biggest crock of shit I've ever heard. There are many different types of video games out there that depict killing of any kind of creature, whether it be animal or human, in so many different kinds of ways. Mario stomps on turtles and then kicks their shells down holes. Then you have games like Grand Theft Auto where you can steal cars and run people over, and of course that game has guns. You know, you can beat people to death by punching the shit out of them and kicking them and whatnot, or hitting them with bats or whatever other kind of weapons. Mortal Kombat, one of the famous leaders in the violent video game spotlight, one of the causes for the ESRB back in the 90s. You know? Depicts violence in ways by dismembering your opponent. Optional, of course. Don't have to do it. But, you know, the fatality system. Showing optional ways to dismember and behead your opponent upon winning a match. There are just, you know, so many different shooters out there. Some of them are more violent than others. Then you have your action games and your beat-em-up games and your hack-and-slash games where you kill enemies with swords and knives and, you know, other kinds of weapons you can swing around. God of War, you know, very good hack-and-slash kind of game. I don't agree at all that the video game industry is the leading cause of this. And yes, I will not lie, there have been studies done in the past, and I'm sure there will be more studies done in the future, that some crimes have happened because of what they've seen in a video game. Columbine is one of those. I'm certainly not going to ignore the fact that it is certainly possible that some mentally unstable fucking idiot will play a violent video game and decide that it's a good idea to reenact what they did in a fictional video game in real life. I wish there was a way to take a poll of all these fucking morons who do these mass shootings and actually ask them what made them do what they did. Because I could guarantee the vast majority of the time, video games are not going to be the problem in that person's head. So, and again, I don't think reforming gun laws or whatever, it's not going to help. And then you have GOP leader Kevin McCarthy saying that mass shootings don't happen in Japan because Japan doesn't have video games. To that I say, what? Because there are plenty of video games made in Japan that come out here. Now, granted, the majority of video games are made in the US and in Europe and whatnot, outside of Japan. The more violent ones are mostly not made in Japan. But there are some violent video games that, yes, are in Japan and are made in Japan. How about that rape leg game? Yeah, people went all up in arms with that one. That was made in Japan. I think it's just ridiculous. It really is. People really need to stop with the bullshit that is gun violence is because of the video game industry. And the video game industry is solely to blame because it's the biggest industry out there. That's bullshit. With that being said, folks, this is the Game Corner Podcast, episode 35. And that was one of the main articles I wanted to talk about today. Follow me and Erin Fitzgerald, voice actress, on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. All links are in the description down below. As always, I want to thank you guys for listening to this podcast. I got to ask you, is NEO GEO getting back into the console wars? Maybe so. I also have quite a bit of news on various fighting games. A couple of fighting games have been announced, and a lot of DLC for existing fighting games have been announced over the weekend with EVO 2019 happening. We have DLCs and new season passes for games like Street Fighter 5, Dragon Ball FighterZ, Mortal Kombat 11, stuff like that. We have quite the handful of news. We got the free PS Plus and Xbox Live Games with Gold for August 2019. All the DLC news, the video games being in the crosshairs of the government for violence, gun violence and stuff again. And, the majority, I would say at least half the news, not the majority, but at least half the news is all coming straight from EVO. So, with that being said, folks, now that I got that rant out of the way, let's just get right into it. I was going to rant about Funko and the Target shit show that was the flocked Bullseye Funko Pop on Friday, but that's just a fucking headache, and I'd rather not think about it. That being said, folks, let's start with this. NIS America will show off a mystery title at PAX West 2019. NIS America has revealed its PAX West 2019 plans. It involved a bit of a surprise when mentioning the location of its booth, which you can find at level 6 booth 7505. It noted it would have 6 playable titles. 5 are games they've been talking about for a while, but noted the 6th one is a mystery title that is yet to be announced. Disgaea 6, mayhaps? I sure hope so. That's the one I'm waiting for. No hints were offered as to what the title is. However, NIS America did know it will reveal a panel and a special PAX West 2019 guest soon. There could be connected or other hints to the game. However, the other playable games will be the Alliance Alive HD Remaster, Destiny Connection, TikTok Travelers, Disgaea 4 Complete, The Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel 3, and I'm going to pronounce this very badly. Utawarerumano. Zan. Jesus. The demos will get people... Playing the demos will get people a pin, and pre-ordering a game while there will get you an exclusive poster. So, there you go. If you go into PAX West, from August 30th to September 2nd, which is the end of this month through the beginning of September. If you're going to PAX West and you're interested in these games, go check their booth out. I'm interested in seeing what this mystery game is. I'm hoping it's Disgaea 6. That would be really cool. But I'm not too sure about that. Alright. Let's see, what do we got here? Okay, Bandai Namco opens new mobile company focusing on Western development and marketing. Bandai Namco announced that it has launched a new mobile company called Bandai Namco Mobile. How fucking generic. Based in Barcelona, Spain, to focus on the development and marketing of mobile games outside the Asian market. Bandai Namco Mobile aims to focus on growing the mobile business within the network entertainment unit of the Bandai Namco Group. The company is set to unify overseas development and marketing efforts, meaning it will allow for more flexible and collaborative content creation as well as marketing activities in the West. Really, I don't think is much of a big deal. It just means we're going to see more mobile games, which I'm all for if they're decent. I will give them a try, especially if any of them happen to be Dragon Ball games. Bandai Namco Mobile will open its stores in early 2020. Staff recruitment is scheduled to begin in the coming months. So, if you think you're good for the job and you live in Spain, could be good for you. New Guilty Gear game was announced at EVO. It will be coming in 2020. Arc System Works gave a surprise announcement when Guilty Gear creator Daisuke Ishiwatari made an appearance to announce a new Guilty Gear game. The full title wasn't announced other than Guilty Gear, so people are just calling it right now Guilty Gear 2020. Obviously, that's not the real title. Ishiwatari-san said he wanted to share a look at what he's been up to since he hasn't been to EVO in a couple of years. While he couldn't share any further details, the company is looking to bring a new Guilty Gear experience for the fans. The game is expected to release sometime in 2020. I'm not a big fan of Arc System Works games. The only one I've actually played and liked was Dragon Ball FighterZ. I've never played a Guilty Gear game, so I don't know. Maybe I'll give this a shot at some point. Redbox is always a good option. Gamefly too. I'm optimistic for it. I hope it's good. It's Arc System Works. They seem to have a pretty good track record of putting out some quality fighting games. Fast-paced ones too. King of Fighters 15 was officially announced at EVO. Currently in development. SNK announced that the King of Fighters 15 is in development, and we got a first look at its logo. Standard stuff. Nothing special. Just a vague announcement. No further announcements were shared. We'll keep an eye out for more news. Obviously, SNK, I never really got into their fighting games much because most of them were on the NEO GEO consoles, and those consoles were really fucking expensive when I was a kid. Not to mention, I've actually never heard of the NEO GEO when I was a kid because of how expensive they were. So, the only games from them I've really played was Fatal Fury 2. That's really it. And Capcom vs. SNK. Other than that, I've really never played an SNK game. I have played King of Fighters 12 or 13, whichever one was on the PS3, back in like 2008. I thought it was an alright game. Dragon Ball FighterZ DLC revealed. Janemba officially revealed alongside Gogeta Blue. Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Gogeta. Following the leaks, including Dragon Ball FighterZ official reveal of Janemba, the next DLC fighter was revealed, and we also got a first look at Gogeta Blue. Gogeta Blue being from the Broly movie. While we got a first look at Janemba from the Dragon Ball Z Fusion Reborn, as well as Gogeta Blue from Dragon Ball Super Broly, still haven't seen Broly Dragon Ball Super. He'll probably be next. Then again, with the Vic Mignogna situation, maybe they won't add him in the game solely for that. Although that would be a really stupid reason not to. Broly, who is also part of the Season Pass too, so okay, that shut my mouth. They are adding him. Janemba will arrive this Thursday on the 8th of August, and Gogeta will arrive sometime soon. I haven't been keeping up with the fighters. I know I need to eventually get them. I gotta get Android 17, obviously Janemba, and Gogeta when it comes out. I don't know if there's been any other characters. I think Cooler also has come out. So, that's something. Okay. I'm just going to get all this DLC news out of the way one shot, and then I'm going to do the rest of the news. Under Night in Birth, XA Late Control, or CLR, announced, set for a 2020 release. Here's another fighting game I've never played, though I have seen it in action. My ex-co-host Cypher loves the last game, so I'm sure he'll be happy about this one. Axis Games and Arc System Works, here we go with Arc Sys again, announced Under Night in Birth EXE Late CLR, whatever that means, at EVO, the latest entry from the French Bread fighting game series, coming in 2020. The next installment in the Under Night in Birth 2D fighting game saga is coming to North America, developed by the acclaimed 2D fighting game studio French Bread under Under Night in Birth EXE Late CLR. Will feature a new playable character, Landrekia, and updates the game, which includes nearly 1,000 balance changes. That's a whole lot. New moves. A demo of the game will be available at special events. While the platforms weren't officially specified, back in May, Under Night in Birth EXE Late CLR was registered on the Taiwanese rating board and is listed for PS4 and Switch. So I'm sure that's what the game's going to come out for. Another game I'll have my eye on, but I won't rush out to play it right away, since I've never played the last one. So, 3 announced fighting games, and a whole bunch of announced DLC so far. Tekken 7 announces a Season 3 cast of characters with Zafina and a new original character, Leroy Smith. Don't worry, I'm not going to use that dead old meme. I'm above that, I promise. Following the Tekken Grand Finals at EVO, Bandai Namco's Katsuhiro Harada made an appearance to announce Season 3 with Zafina, a new original character, Leroy Smith, who will be joining the mix. I don't even know who Zafina is. I don't know. Maybe Zafina... Yeah, Zafina is a character. I don't even know who she is in the series. Is that another guest character? I have no fucking idea. It looks like there's a chart here. I'll get to that in a minute. Okay, so the chart. Free updates include new moves, play stats, display, updated UI, expanded practice functionality, and my replay and tips. So, September 2019, you'll get Leroy and Zafina. Winter 2019, you'll get the next character, and a guest character. Spring 2020, you'll get a 5th character and a new stage. Season 3 has 4 more characters yet to be revealed. Through spring 2020, there will be free updates with new moves, playstats, display, updated UI, and more. So, like I said last week, I haven't been keeping up with the characters in this game. I really should, because I love Tekken 7. And ever since Mortal Kombat 11 came out, I have not played any other fighting game since. Literally have not. I have not been keeping up with DOA 6, Tekken 7, Soul Calibur 6, or Smash, even. It's just a lot of money that I don't have right now either, which isn't helping. Soul Calibur 6 shows off Cassandra, and she will be available as of tomorrow, August 5th. She will be available. She will already be available at the time of upload, because this won't be up until possibly Tuesday, early Tuesday. Samurai Showdown's Heyomaru for Season 2. So another guest character for their Season 2 pass. Bandai Namco and SNK had big announcements to share for Soul Calibur 6. New DLC fighter Cassandra will join the battle, plus a confirmation of Season 2 with Samurai Showdown collaboration. So this is going to be the second guest character, I believe. Again, I have to catch up with stuff like this. So there's going to be 4 characters in Season 2. The Samurai Showdown character is one of them. He's actually the second character revealed. It's not specified that Cassandra is part of it, because that character is already going to be out. So there's 3 more characters that need to be revealed. More information will come soon, but for now the DLC shares a sneak peek with Samurai Showdown's Heyomaru appearing as a guest character as part of Soul Calibur 6 and Samurai Showdown collaboration. That's actually a good move, considering the fact that the Samurai Showdown fighting game, I'm pretty sure it's out. I think it's a pretty good move to collaborate. And it's just a lot of stuff I gotta catch up with. It really is. Alright. Here we go. Nightwolf. Nightwolf was finally revealed officially with a gameplay trailer during the week, after fans have bombarded poor Ed Boon's Twitter for weeks upon weeks, bitching and crying and complaining that we want Nightwolf, we want to see the trailer, when are we getting the trailer, blah blah blah. The poor guy couldn't even make a casual tweet without assholes doing this. Nightwolf's early access for the Season Pass holders begins August 13th. Nightwolf will join the cast of Mortal Kombat 11. The classic character will be available for Season Pass holders on August 13th, since they get 1 week early access. All DLC characters, which means everyone else has a chance to add him to the roster on August 20th. He will be $6. The combat pack is $40. 6 characters, $40. I think that's kind of fair. I mean, technically each character is $6.50, or whatever, $6 and whatever change. I don't fucking know. In addition to the release date, trailer was shown for the character, and so you got that. Nightwolf is one of 6 characters available in the combat pack. Shang Tsung was released in June. Sindel and Spawn are 2 unrevealed characters, and there are 2 more on the way. If you haven't picked up Mortal Kombat 11 yet, you probably should. It's a really good fighting game. I wholeheartedly support it. I love this game. Street Fighter V. Here we go. More DLC characters. Street Fighter V officially reveals E Honda, Lucia, and Poison for the game. This was another EVO announcement. And following a leak on Steam, Capcom has officially announced the characters for Street Fighter V Arcade Edition with the return of E Honda and Poison and Lucia from Final Fight. So, let me see. There's also a new stage for E Honda called the Honda Cento. E Honda, Poison, and Lucia will become available on August 4th, so they're already out now. A summer character bundle, not including the Honda Cento stage, and some costumes will be available starting Monday. So again, that will be available by the time this is uploaded. So they've already done 3 season passes for this game. And now they're adding 3 more characters, bringing the roster up to 37 characters. So the roster is getting to be pretty impressive, which is a far cry from what it was when the game first came out. I like this. They haven't specified that there's going to be more characters, which means this may not be part of a Season 4. But it fucking might as well be. I mean, let's be honest. It might as well be. This is another game I have to catch up on. There's just so much to catch up on. EVO is like a fighting gamer's Christmas. Okay, I did have this. Following the reveal for Dragon Quest Hero on July 30th, he was added to the game as of July 31st, along with a 4.0 patch update for the game. Version 4.0 added very easy difficulty to the adventure mode. Snapshots can be added to the timeline and edit video. Only screenshots taken via the pause menu can be used. Screenshots taken using the capture button cannot be used. In addition, snapshots taken from the custom stage cannot be used. Steel, grass, sponge, paper, and yarn terrains have been adjusted in Stage Builder after this update. Stages created in 3.1 version and older may behave differently. In addition, the way thumbnails are displayed has been adjusted. The following sprites will appear in the shop on the Vault menu: a slime, a Draki, a great saber cub, a golem, a liquid metal slime, a catasia, which is I'm sure is a cactus, and heroes comrades. Online tournament mode has been added. While a tournament is open, please check the rules and more with online tournaments. A support function to predict the winner of a spectate battle and earn points has been added. The points can be exchanged for in-game items and gold. Videos can now be played repeatedly in shared content. In addition, a "yeah" will be added automatically whenever you save posted content. The following downloadable content will be usable after purchase: Hero Character Pack, Erdrick's helmet and armor, martial artist wig and gi, Veronica's hat and outfit, slime and a slime hat. You cannot make videos of replays that contain DLC you have not purchased. Once the FS meter is fully charged, the final smash must be used within 20 seconds or the final smash will reset. The change will not affect Spirits mode. Game balance adjustments have been made, which there are way too many to go through. Several issues have been fixed to improve gameplay experience. So the hero's out. I hear he's kind of broken. which that doesn't surprise me. It really doesn't. I got to get back into Smash, especially with Extra Life coming up in 3 months, because I will be playing it, which means I can't look like a total noob. Free PlayStation Plus games for August 2019. We have Wipeout. Wipeout Omega Collection, which includes Wipeout HD and the Fury expansion and Wipeout 2048, as well as Sniper Elite 4. That is Sniper Elite 4. These games will be available from August 6th through September 2nd. So, get your games while you can. And on the Xbox side of things, Xbox Games with Gold for August 2019 include Gears of War, available from August 1st to the 31st, Torchlight, Forza Motorsport 6, available from August 16th to September 15th. Torchlight is available until August 15th, and Castlevania Lords of Shadows, available from the 16th to the 31st of August. Forza 6 is a great game. I have it digitally with my Xbox because I have the blue Forza 6 limited edition Xbox One. I got it for Christmas. Gears of War 4 is a fantastic game, and I see what they did there, because Gears of War 5 is coming out next month. So give us the prequel to Gears of War 5 to get us hyped for it. Not a bad move. Torchlight, never played, don't care about it. And Castlevania Lords of Shadow, while I'm not a big Castlevania fan, I can appreciate the art style, and I gotta say, after watching the Xbox upload showing off a little bit of gameplay, as I repeat myself because I'm yawning, the game looks fun, and I think I'll try it. I gotta reinstate my Xbox Gold, though. Personally, I think Xbox wins in the free games department this month. Wipeout's pretty fun. There's only so much fun you can have with it. Not to mention, Xbox is giving you 4 games. PlayStation's only giving you 2 now. Nintendo Online service will make Mario Tennis Aces free to play for 1 week, starting Wednesday, August 7th. Nintendo North America and Europe have announced a temporary Switch online game trial offer. All subscribers will have a chance to play Mario Tennis Aces for free. The game will be available for 1 week, starting on the 7th and ending on the 13th. In addition to the free game trial, Nintendo will have the game on sale. Digital copies will be 30% off in North America and 33% off in Europe. The sale will start on the 7th, same day the game begins. The trial begins. However, it will extend past the trial's end date until the 20th. There's another perk to this. People participating in the game trial will be getting to play the full version of the game. This means any game saves they make carry over to an actual copy, should they enjoy it and want to purchase the game for themselves. So that's pretty cool. I've never played any of the sports spin-offs outside of Mario Kart. So, and I'm not a tennis fan. I don't care for tennis whatsoever. But they're giving us the game for a week for free, and the game kind of does look fun, to an extent. How can I say no to that? I get to play the game for free for a week. And who knows, maybe I'll enjoy it enough to actually care to buy it. Just maybe. One can hope. On to the last bit of news. NEO GEO has announced a next-gen hardware to be expected to be announced in the near future. SNK announced that they will be revealing a next gen NEO GEO hardware to follow the release of the NEO GEO Mini. The new hardware is described as a modern design and a wonderful play feeling to go with it. The tweet, they put out a tweet. SNK Global. A next gen NEO GEO hardware is coming after the NEO GEO Mini with a modern design and a wonderful play feeling. You can even link it to the NEO GEO Mini. The new hardware will provide you a NEO GEO journey that you have never experienced before. Stay tuned for more information. Hashtag SNK, hashtag NEO GEO. SNK also mentioned that the new hardware will have some kind of connectivity with the Mini, which I just mentioned, and no further information has been shared. I don't think this sounds like it's not going to be a full-blown next-gen console. On the scale of PS5 and Xbox Scarlet, or whatever that ends up being called. But for SNK to be making a new Neo Geo console, period, I think that's pretty cool. And not getting to ever experience a Neo Geo console in the past, I think this is something I can't pass up. You know? Maybe I could finally start getting into Neo Geo. Something I've missed out on my whole childhood. Depending on the price. Hopefully it's not stupidly expensive, because that would just be absolutely ridiculous. That being said, folks, this has been episode 35 of the Game Corner podcast. Thank you all for watching and listening along with me and putting up with my rant to start things off. With that being said, guys, my name is The Rose, and until next time, I'll catch your ass down the road.